Hi. Now, I know this video is about 6 months in the making, and I actually have a reason for this time. You see, I was halfway through editing the previous version of this video when, well, my PC packed in. Luckily though, my laptop runs stuff way better than my PC, so I was able to get back on track, and because of sheer luck, I was able to recover all of the recordings for the video I had installed on a USB for safe storage and to save space. Now, with the stuff mostly recovered, did I go on to make it? No, I was doing better things. Anyways, the original video was going to be of me grinding for the Desert Eagle pistol, but I honestly lost the motivation to rewrite and re-edit that video, and that's what led me down the route of War Thunder. Anyways, I noticed that I had 80 hours on Polygon, so I thought that it would be interesting if I turned the Desert Eagle grind into a 100 hours video. The first 50 or so hours were actually documented in my first 3 Polygon videos, and, well, here we are. For now though, that's enough context and yapping from me, so I'll get right into the video. Now, the original objective of this fresh grind was to get as many levels on the 0.7 battle pass as possible, as the pass was on a timer when 0.7.5 came out in, Jesus Christ, June? Anyways, I begin my grind wielding my good old MK14 alongside my friend Fusion R2, before immediately switching it back to my AK-47 when I spawned in the Desert Storm map, which to say is not MK14 compatible would be an understatement. This is also my least favourite map, which makes me want to throw my keyboard whenever I play it. Anyways, I do horribly, as you can probably detect from that rant. I then get my ass handed to me again because I tried to use the sniper on a relatively close quarters map. I had no idea what I was thinking there. What then happens is a string of around 6 absolutely abysmal games, where I only got a positive KDR in one of them. Oh, so it's gonna be like that, isn't it? But I managed to have a decent Metro game just before I went off for the night, so I feel a little better about myself. The beginning of day 2 couldn't have been any more different though, because I immediately started out with a 36 kill game, with only 16 deaths too. I felt really good about myself going into the next game, where I got my ass handed to me at the rage quit. And I ended up in Crash Side, which gives me PTSD from my previous return to Polygon 2 years ago. But I end up getting a reasonable KDR there, so that was cool I guess. I was then put in a game that started neck to neck, but then regressed into my team getting absolutely curb stomped. Now, I originally wasn't going to mention this game because it wasn't really interesting, but I found it funny watching the scoreboard. The next game I was in seemed like just your average Valley game until I checked the scoreboard and it went about as well as you'd expect. It's then off to Metro, my favourite map, where I get promoted to level 26 as I die. Also, keep in mind that I started out the recordings as a level 25. Let's see what level I get to by the end of the video. Other than that though, my team gets absolutely curb stomped again, and then get relentlessly spawn camped, so I rage quit for the second time that day. It's then off to Metro again, and nothing really happens. Psych! I got enough cash to get the Chris Vector, which meant that I was around halfway through my original task of getting the deagle, and then spending my last game trying it out, and I loved it. I still do, actually. We're now on to day 3 of the challenge, and I start with a trip to Cargo, a map that was added in 0.7 and never actually comes up, which is also a map I usually hate. But with the Chris Vector, I was actually having kind of a good time, where I just ran around and sprayed lead into whoever had the misfortune of being in my way, and I even got a reasonable KDR to show for my efforts. It's then off to crash site, while my team once again gets utterly curb stomped, to the point where I rage quit for the 3rd time. I then spend 5 minutes looking at a different barrel attachment for the Chris Vector. I think I was tabbed out while this happened. In the next game though, I am genuinely convinced I am playing against a hacker. Who knows though, maybe I just suffer from a skill issue. In fact, looking at the footage, I just suffer from a skill issue. And then try out the VSS, which used to be a main, and oh my god did they butcher my boy by halving the ammo for it, so I immediately stopped using it. Why did you ruin one of my favourite guns, Radaster? Why? Anyways, we end up losing the game and I stopped playing after that. Day 4 starts out with a decent Metro game in terms of kills, but not a good one in terms of actually winning. I then have a pretty bad Valley game where I have just short of a positive KDR, so that happened I guess. And then have a game where I lag the fuck out, followed by an abysmal Sandstorm game. You can see why this is my least favourite map. And then have a game where we curb stomp the enemy team, and me and Fusion talk about how low skill my weapon build is.
Oh, there's one left, MK4. Man, I'm the MK14, like, the more I use, the more no skill I see it, bro.
I mean, I don't think it's no skill. I don't think it's no skill, honestly.
I think it's no skill because you tap them 3 times and they die.
At the same time, though, their time to kills, I think I still think a lot of the ARs are more no skill because the MK14 requires aim. It requires good aim.
Equip the AK-74M and I change.
No, I use MK-74M. I used to run it. It's.
Because the thing is, the MK-14, if you look at.
Oh, I killed truck guy. Yeah, the free tap, I'd still say it requires skill, no, because getting off your feet with it's a big problem because they have the worst fucking iron sights in the game, by far.
Yeah, but we're talking about like a max build here.
Yeah, max, but then again, most max builds are at least a little no skill because you can at the very least you can experiment with like what you're good at. Can I stop rubber banding, please, when I'm being shot at? Thank you. And now we're on to my last pre-Desert Eagle game, and to say nothing really happened is an understatement. I really wish I had some like epic story to tell like I did with the Polygon 0.7 experience, but no, it was just an ordinary game, and now I am going to show off the fruits of my labours. What the fuck? Okay, now that you've seen that, I still don't think you can comprehend how balanced Polygon weapons are, with some of the worst weapons having some of the highest price tags, and the cheapest weapons generally being the best ones. In fact, to show you how much of a scam the Deagle and other high tier weapons are, I will make a tier list to show you my opinions of the weapons that I used in this video. Here we go. We're starting off strong with the M16, the first weapon you unlock. It's got good damage, good fire rate, and good recoil for an AR. I also hate it because it's the weapon I'm killed the most by, A tier. It's now on to another reliable weapon, the AK-47. It does more damage than the M16, but has worse recoil, lower fire rate, and has possibly the worst iron sights in the game. It requires a lot more skill to use, but can still be used very effectively. B tier. It's AK-12 time. This used to be my main all the way back when I recorded my first Polygon video, although it got nerfed a lot. Its damage isn't good, but its fire rate is excellent, and its recoil is slightly better than the AK-47. B tier. Now we're on to the Deagle, and I want to throw my monitor out of the window whenever I see it. It's the 4th most expensive weapon at over 100,000 credits to buy. Its only strength is that it's a 2-shot headshot, but everything else is shit. It has abysmal recoil, and you can't unlock a single attachment or scope for it. D tier. It's now onto the Glock, the other pistol that I used in the video. Not a bad weapon as far as sidearms go, with reasonable recoil and a good magazine. The only real problem is that its damage is abysmal. C tier. Now it's onto the Chris Vector. It is by far the best close quarters weapon in the game, with its only real drawback being the fact that it is useless at mid to long range. A tier. Oh god. It's the VSS. All I can really say about it is that
it's the biggest piece of dog shit.
It has the shortest mag in the game, does less damage than the MK14, has worse velocity, and it's just shit. D tier. MK14 time. The best weapon in the game. With attachments, it's good in close, mid or long range, and it has a 3-shot kill, 2-shot headshot, and is truly semi-automatic, and it is generally just a really good all-rounder weapon. Its only drawback is that it has the 2nd worst iron sights in the game, but once you start unlocking attachments, that just goes away. Easy S tier. We're now on to, oh dang, October. My PC had just packed in. And now I have 80 whole hours on the game. What do I do now? More Polygon! I come to regret it right away, and I get rolled over and over and over again. I am not even kidding. It's kind of depressing actually. It's almost like after not playing this game for 4 months, I somehow got worse at it. Nah, that can't be it. So I play and play and play and suffer until I finally get 100 hours on this game. Do I want to play Polygon again? No! Fuck this game! Why did I spend 50 hours just to get a virtual pistol into Chris Vector? Why? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry again for taking 5 months to make this. I have a blog and a Discord server now, so if you want to engage with me, you can join it. Links will be in the description, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next one, if I ever upload again. See you!